Can this little box right here make me want to ditch my keyboard and all its beautiful hotkeys I've been using for years now? I'm kind of skeptical, but let's test it out. Hey y'all, I'm Brad of Brave the Woods. Last week I received in the mail a little console from the company TourBox. Now, let me be the first one to say that I am probably one of the biggest skeptics on products like this. I've also tried out the Wacom Express key remote, and I really didn't like the experience. And the reason why I don't look for it for products like this, because they should hypothetically increase your workflow or speed up your workflow, which is great. But I've just been using my keyboard for years and years and years for all my hotkeys, and it's just hard. I'm stuck in my ways, like I'm sure a lot of artists are. And so we don't really want to try something new. It's a little bit of a learning curve. So I'm willing to try it out. This is not something that I was seeking out, but the fine folks over at TourBox were kind enough to send it over to me to test out and give a candid, honest review, which I will do. So let's go ahead, open it up, see what's inside, and test it out. I know the saying is you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but whenever I get tech like this, a lot of times I do judge it by its cover, because if they put enough money and time and thought into the packaging, there's a good chance they did that to the design of the product as well. So that's what I'm hoping. And by the looks of this, I'm actually really liking the packaging, and it feels pretty heavy and weighty, which is good. There's this little, I like the little spot gloss on there too. That looks kind of nice. But anyway, let's open it up. All right. Got the quick start guide. Basically, it's just telling you to download the software, the TourBox software, which you can do on their website, and then plug it in. That's all it's telling you. I'm not sure why there's, what is that? Safety instructions? I don't think we're gonna have to worry about safety. And then, yeah, here's the box, the TourBox itself, the console. It's really nice. Feels like I need to just play a video game with it though. They did say they want to gamify your art, but I don't know about that. But regardless, it actually does feel really nice. It's very, very, I mean, it's heavy, way heavier than I thought it would be. And I really like that matte finish on it. That feels really nice. And we'll talk more about the buttons and all that when we kind of actually test it out. So I won't really talk too much to that, but it feels nice right off the bat. And then, what's this? Oh, this is just the cords. And then we got a nice little braided cable here that has just a USB on one end that'll go into your computer. And then you have the USB-C that goes right into the device right over here. If you're still wondering what this actually is, it's a console that's equipped with a bunch of different knobs and buttons and dials that you can program to replace all your keyboard hotkeys in order to make your workflow faster. All right, so taking a closer look at the console here, that matte finish is really nice, and it feels very, very nice and smooth on your hand, which I was surprised kind of the whole thing felt really comfortable when this is just a big old box. It's a thick box that I didn't think it would be very ergonomical or comfortable, but yeah, it actually is really comfortable, and we'll see once I get drawing with it for a long period of time if I really think it's that comfortable. But so far it feels right. All the knobs are really smooth, all the buttons click really nicely, so that's a good sign. It's also, I went and weighed it, it's 0.8 pounds, so it's kind of heavy, which is great for this feature on the back. It has these little rubber feet, and that'll keep it from sliding around on the table, or even if you want to like maybe even lay it on an angle on your Cintiq or other drawing tablet, it won't slide off for you. So I think that's pretty nice. Also, don't be fooled by the limited amount of buttons. I sure was at the very beginning, not knowing that you can do combinations of buttons to set other tools. So not only do you have these 13 or so buttons here and knobs, but you also have a combination that you can use, which I find really helpful. So before I set up my TourBox, it's probably good for you to know that I am on a 2017 MacBook Pro running the macOS Catalina, and then I'm going to be drawing on a Wacom Cintiq tablet, the 22-inch version. Now that you've downloaded TourBox and you've plugged it in, this is the interface that's going to pop up, and it's going to allow you to go through and see what all of your buttons do, and then you can customize those to whatever you want. So the interface itself, the design is really nice, clean, easy to use. The top left here with the preset list, this is basically just a list of programs, art programs or editing software that you can go through and have defaults already set up to it. So there'll be buttons that already give you a list. If I go over here, you can kind of see all the different things on the list. You can see the knob does the decreasing the brush size. If I press on the short button, it's the space bar. That'll be different for each of these different ones. You can see that they change per program that you're going to be using. And I have Illustrator in here. You probably don't if you just downloaded this. You can add that by going to the website, go to download, presets, and then you can find defaults if you don't really want to go and customize your own or just want to have a good place to start for all different types of art programs and editing software. So you have DaVinci Resolve, you have ZBrush or Clip Studio Paint, any of that kind of stuff. You can set those up right here and they'll end up right over here. The other nice thing that I love about this is that, sometimes it's kind of hard to kind of figure out which buttons are which, but with this, if I tap on a button, it's going to bring me right to it. So if I hit this one right over here, this short button, it's going to say this is the space bar for you. And if I go to maybe this button on the side, it'll say that's the command, and any of those knobs anything, it'll just pop it up for you, which I find really, really helpful. So let's go to maybe this top one right here, and it says shift. If I want to alter that and change that myself, I just have to double tap on it and I can put in anything I want. And so let's just say I want this to be G. And then it even gives you a list of things that you can choose from, which if you forgot what they are, it's kind of nice. And then you hit OK, and that's what it changes it to. I'm not going to because I like what it's at right now. But overall, the interface is really nice to work with. And again, remember I talked about how there was only a few buttons here? If you scroll down and look at these different ones, you can see different combinations. So if I click on here, you'll see that there's a little plus sign and it's showing you this button plus this button is going to equal this. And so you can go through and you have lots and lots of other options besides just the single button actions. That'll get you lots and lots of presets that you can customize and set on your TourBox. Okay, so I've done a lot of talking but not a lot of drawing. So I'm going to test it out here in Photoshop. I'm going to be working on this little Iron Giant illustration that I wanted to do. And we're going to test it out and see how it works. So I'm going to right away test out these little dials. So this is going to change my brush size. And it's really smooth. I don't even see much of a lag now that I'm testing it. Seems like it's very, very responsive, which is one thing I was kind of worried about. So let's see, if I want to go to erase, I'll go back there. It's nice. I want to go to my eraser, just tap right there if I want to make that larger. I don't know. That's actually kind of nice. As long as I can remember which buttons are which, I can honestly say this probably will speed up my workflow quite a bit. But again, it's early. I'll have to keep illustrating here, and I'll do that and kind of do a little time lapse for you, just so I can thoroughly test it. But right off the bat, the buttons do feel nice. The clicks and everything it may sound cheesy, but it doesn't feel cheesy or cheap when you're actually using it. Everything feels very responsive. That's nice. You can move it around. So the one thing you might be wondering as you're watching this is, will this be good for a left-handed user? Because obviously mine's in my left hand because I'm drawing with my right. So if you're left-handed, you're going to be putting this TourBox on your right hand. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I could put my hand over there and you would just have to reconfigure everything. I think all the defaults are set for a more user-friendly if you're going to put your left hand on it. But it's a box. It kind of feels the same, and this thing's right in the center regardless. So I don't know. I'm not going to say it's good. It's going to work for you because I don't know. I'm not left-handed, but also I will say it does seem like it's skewed towards right-handed users. So let's see. What else do I have on here? Oh, okay, right over here. I failed to mention this little guy right here. So this is my little D-pad helper tool that you can move around wherever you want. The nice thing about it is that your D-pad does all sorts of things, right? So it's saying this is your brush tools, your eraser tools, your healing tools, and it'll kind of just do whichever one you've had up last. So if you want to, because there's lots of different eraser tools and brush tools, so it'll just pull up what's last. But also if I hold my left clicker, you'll notice that these all change, and that gives me my options there. So it's a nice little cheat sheet for you when you're drawing to be able to see exactly what you need. Maybe this one, yep, this one does it too. Feather, free transform, fill. So you have lots and lots of options, and that little guide is kind of helpful. So you can move that wherever you want. You can get rid of it if you want, but I think I'm gonna kind of play around with it there. I like it. It kind of helps me know exactly what I'm doing. So let's see. So yeah, I'll put in some time with this. I think I'll go ahead and and try it out, just working on this illustration. Like I said, I'll time lapse it, and we'll see if I have any, my thoughts have changed at all, and what my experience is. Alright, so after using this console a little while in Photoshop while working on that Iron Giant illustration, I came away pleasantly surprised. Like I told you from the very, very beginning, I was very skeptical about this console and any of these types of things in general, just because I didn't realize how it was going to actually speed up my workflow. I didn't believe it would, but I will say this did speed up my workflow, and it was a little choppy at first because I was still trying to learn all the different buttons and knobs, and that's to be expected. There's always a little bit of a learning curve on these types of things, especially when it's something that you use all the time, like my keyboard. But the thing I did notice and I loved about this is if you look at it, all the knobs and all the little buttons are all different, different sizes, different shapes, different heights. And that made it so I didn't ever have to look down at my hand while I was working. And that was like a huge time saver for me, because sometimes I still have to look at my keyboard to kind of see where things are. Most of the time I'm pretty good, but because your keyboard is much larger and I want to make sure I'm hitting the right keys, it's a little bit harder to do. Not to mention, I kind of have to do the little T-Rex arm thing because I'm using a large Wacom Cintiq tablet, which is 22 inches, and that's not even the largest one. And when I lay it down, I have very little space on my desk at all, so I'm kind of, oops, almost dropped it. So I'll have this, but I'm kind of just cramping my arm right here using it, and it takes up a lot of space. This, however, does not, and I can just have it on the side really naturally, and I was kind of surprised again by just how comfortable it was. However, it is a little pricey. It comes in at $169, which, you know, for that price, the one thing I wish it did, right now I don't have the cord in it, but you know, I wish it was wireless. I feel like if it's that price, it should be wireless, be a little bit easier. I didn't have to stretch it around some things. But at the same time, if this thing does increase your workflow, so I'm willing to look past the cord right now. I really wish it was Bluetooth. But if it's something in terms of just the console in general, I'm probably gonna continue using this just because it was so comfortable and easy to use. So it really depends on you. Everybody's different. Everybody has different needs, different artists or editors. So I'm not going to say, yes, go out there and buy one because this is going to save your life. It did make my life a little bit easier, which is sometimes worth it when you're a professional artist. Those little, minutes and things that you take off of each project really do add up. And so this would be like a business expense for me. So maybe if you're just like a hobbyist, artists and things like that, then this might not necessarily be the game changer you're looking for. But if you're like me and you use this thing every single day, then it might be worth it to you. But I will definitely say that it's not a gimmicky item. It's the real thing. It's very comfortable. It's very well made. And yeah, and also this is not a sponsored video. I think I said it at the very beginning, but I need to reiterate the fact that this is not a sponsored video. But they did send it to me and I was giving it an honest review and I really wanted to hate it, but I kind of liked it. So if you have the TourBox and you want to share your thoughts on it, please do that in the comments below. Let us know what you think of it. Or if you have another console for hotkeys that you use and you think might be better, that we all need to hear about it, definitely drop those in the comments as well. But otherwise, subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, please drop it a like, and we'll see you next time.